Hello everyone, welcome to our Tech Talk with Royex Expert. Royex is a software development company based in Dubai, and we have a total 5 offices in 4 different countries. And we have a pool of a huge experts in our company. Almost 50 people are working in the company, and they are really expert on their field. So today we are going to discuss about the cloud hosting, and for this discussion, I have already invited one of our cloud engineer, A.K.M. Mohiuddin. Hello, Mohiuddin.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay. Mohiuddin, first of all, can you explain actually your role in Royex?
Okay, I am actually working as a senior cloud engineer here in Royex Technologies. I have been here in Royex last 4 years, and I actually manage all the cloud service related stuff of Royex Technologies.
So, are you feeling it is interesting to do
Yeah,
a
it's
job
a
as a
great.
cloud engineer?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great, interesting things because and at conventionally system admin what do now it's such kind of hassle is reduced. Yeah.
Okay. So, first of all, please for our viewer, explain what is the cloud computing.
Okay. Before discussing about cloud computing, we have to know what is cloud. Okay. Cloud is a collaboration of network, hardware, and services. Those are available to help to represent the cloud computing as a service. Okay. So if we now define the cloud computing, it's it's a advanced stage of technologies you can implement it to access all the server that are available worldwide. So in a nutshell, you can say that cloud computing implemented to provide cloud services globally according to the user requirement.
Okay. We know that actually lots of companies still not using the cloud computing, and that's why actually Royex already comes on this field so that we can help them actually to be on the cloud. Yeah. So, what is the benefit to be on the cloud? So, lots of company, I told you that okay, lots of company are storing the data in their local storage, yeah, local computer. They are making their own network system. Instead of that thing, if they are going to the cloud, what is the benefit they will get?
Okay, at first you have the first benefit you get is obviously cost effective, and most of the company comes to cloud for cost for reducing the cost, because you know that if they use physical data center, they having hassle to manage those kind of things.
Exactly.
And another things you can say that you want to quickly deploy something, then you have to come to cloud, because you don't have provisioning or do that kind of stuff are managed by the cloud service provider. And many of the others advantages are also available here in cloud. The most important one is we find that you can upgrade or downgrade anytime with zero downtime. That's the most advantage
That's
we
the
get.
most important.
Yeah.
Right, right. Okay, so one thing, suppose we are talking about to shift their internal server to the cloud server. Yeah, so lots of company have their internal office, they have their server, they are shifting to the cloud. Some company already has a cloud, a server in online, right? They have a hosting server. They already bought some computer actually online, and they are actually running this thing. So, what is the difference with this normal hosting server and the cloud server?
Okay, you know that cloud server, when we come into a server related issue, we need to, first of the things we need to, it's a 24-hour 7 days we have to make it live. Okay, on that case we need the bandwidth On that case, we need power, I mean electricity, and we need physical to maintain those things. We need manpower as well. So these kind of things are all actually arranged and managed by the cloud service provider. And you know that the cloud service provider like AWS, Microsoft Azure, they are giant company, and they maintain their data center and they have the capability. But as an individual or a company, you have not that kind of capability to provide all time of power, electricity, and that kind of stuff. That
But
is
I
not.
think we are missing one important part on here. Suppose whenever we have a hosting server on the online, normal hosting server, how we are purchasing actually? Purchasing, we are saying that okay, it's a 4 CPU, 8 CPU, 16 CPU, or we have a fixed RAM. Suppose 16 GB RAM, 32 GB RAM. That's why we are buying a configured server. Yeah, in normal server. But whenever we are coming to actually the cloud, we are starting with actually small. So it is elastic. So suppose we start with a 8 GB and immediately if we need actually the more RAM, we can immediately increase to 16 GB. Within a 2 minutes, we can do it. But in a normal physical server, that is not possible. We have to change the whole hardware. We have to make a downtime. There is a downtime is there. So we have to do all this. So that's not happening in actually the cloud, right?
Yeah, absolutely. That I mentioned earlier, that you can downgrade or upgrade every time with zero downtime here in cloud services.
Okay. So, what do you think actually? Who actually are in a better position in the cloud server? We know actually there is a lots of company in the market. Yeah. So already Royex is the partner with the Amazon and also the Microsoft Azure. We are the partner. We already are the partner with the Alibaba. Google Cloud is there, and lots of other companies there. But on your perspective, what do you prefer to what?
Okay. Actually, many of the cloud service providers are dominating here in the marketplace. But if you said that to mention few of those, I mentioned at first the AWS, Amazon Web Service, and then Microsoft Azure, and then Google Cloud, IBM Cloud, Alibaba, Salesforce, and those are many kinds of cloud service providers are available here in market. But what I prepared that actually the AWS, Amazon Web Service actually pulled the world to the cloud, and it's grow and innovate such a fast way that it like that there is no signs of complacency of them.
Sorry, I didn't understand actually the thing. So I think they have more than 2,000 module or features is available, yeah, in AWS. So you can configure your server as per your requirement, right?
Yeah, but you know that at here in AWS, lots of services are available.
Yeah.
But as a software firm, we actually use those services that are needed by us, because we are not developing artificial intelligence, or we are not working in IoT field. So whenever you are going to work on those fields, that kind of services are available here in AWS services. So all kind of stakeholder can be benefited from their services. All kind of people get their required services here in AWS.
Okay. So recently, another thing is actually talk of the town actually, that serverless computing. Yeah. So what does it mean actually? Have you any idea actually the serverless computer?
Yep. Actually, serverless computer, here is a service called Lambda in AWS, and Lambda is what do they? It's called serverless because it can run your code without provisioning any server, and it's actually do by using SNS or SQS service. SNS means simple notification service, and SQS means simple queue service. And through that, they actually consecutively arrange the task in such a way that if you trigger a task, then it's a notification, and then actually all the tasks here are placed in a queue, and all the things happen one by one without taking help from the server. Okay. And you can say that it's serverless, but everything here.
Definitely, there is a server is
Yeah,
definitely there, but it is
yeah.
actually
But
a term to encourage the people that okay, I don't have the server, but we are actually paying the money for the services, right? So there
yes,
is no physical thing, nothing, no RAM, no CPU, no any other code or operating system. We
no
are just
hassle actually.
buying. We are just buying only to run the a code actually. So how
Yep,
many times we are running the code? For that, we are actually placing the money or giving the money,
exactly.
right? So
Yep,
that's the thing. Maybe there's a future. We are not sure actually, but that's going to be the future.
yep,
And the same thing actually that the quantum computing, yeah. So what is actually coming very soon. So what I am feeling also the same thing. What actually we are doing on the on the Amazon EC2 server we are purchasing, yeah. We are actually buying the processing power. Serverless computer, we are buying the processing power. So in future, the quantum computer also will do the same thing. We'll actually buying the processing power from the quantum computer, and that will actually do the whole process. Because you understand
yep,
that quantum computer to manage that computer in the office or in the house is impossible. Huge costly management is there, which is not possible by any individual company or people that need to be managed by a giant like IBM, Google, or Amazon. They have to manage it, and we will actually buy the processing power from them. So
yep,
in that case also, whenever we are buying the processing power, we will say that okay, this is serverless computing, right?
yep.
Um,
It's like you if you know that about virtual computer,
mhm.
that if you use VMware or Oracle VirtualBox, you run many computer within your local machine, and on that case what happened, you run all kind of like Parrot, Kali Linux, or other Ubuntu, CentOS. Those are you running on your VMware at your local machine, and those machine when you run or start them, they are start to consume your local machine RAM and CPU. So on that, like that way, actually, we are provided those kind of services via cloud service provider. Uh, What
Okay.
they do, they actually doing it at Broadway.
Understood. Understood. Okay, so you know that okay, we have a lots of different programmer. Yeah, so some people are programming on a PHP, some are in a .NET platform, in different platform they are working. So, what kind of difficulty you are facing actually to host that? So, are you going to host? You are hosting on a normal places, or are you making some special thing for each program or each framework?
Okay, we actually host so far different kinds of programs at different server, that is Windows or Linux server. We basically use those server according to the client's needs. Okay, so when we go to hosting the application here at Windows server, we configure the IIS and host there. But sometimes it actually really more kind of client's requirement. So
I
what kind
think
of
the word
client?
is not the right one. It's not the client's requirement. It is actually the project demand. Actually, suppose if we are running a Magento and if we see that okay, a million of people are coming, so then our server configuration is completely different. Whenever we are running a normal .NET project and we see only 100 people are coming, our server configuration is a
It
different.
depends. Yeah,
And
it
also
depends.
definitely client's requirement is based on actually we definitely client are paying the money to us, so we have to ask them actually how much they are willing to pay. The same thing we can actually do in a different fashion. Yeah. So we have a different fashion actually different way actually to make it. So that's also we need to actually consider, right?
Yep. That also we need to consider, and we have to consider what kind of clients or how many visitors is going to visit the sites, and for that by taking that kind of requirement, we actually suggest client what kind of server they need, and you know that for Magento, one kind of server needed, and for WordPress, another kind of server needed. So it depends. Actually, for Magento, we actually use a moderately high configuration server. On the other hand, for WordPress, we use not that kind of high configuration server. So it actually depends what kind of
But
application it is.
I have actually really a plan actually. So in future we will make some special video to how to host a suppose a Magento site, how to host a WordPress site, what is the best hosting server, and even if it is a .NET platform
Definitely.
or is it OpenCart, what is the so maybe we can actually go for in detail so that the technical people when they come they understand actually what kind of server is actually better for them. I think that will be the
Yeah,
better idea.
definitely.
Okay, Mohiuddin, we you know that okay we are planning to start our Royex cloud, yeah. So
Yep.
this is we already discussed actually several times, so we are going to plan, we are going to launch it actually the Royex cloud so that people comes there and people can buy their server. So we also suggest them how to configure their server. We also do some consultancy work that okay based on their requirement how can they go for the local to online, and what kind of server and how they need to configure it. We will do the whole kind of job. So what do you think about it?
Okay, actually, it's a great initiative to launch such kind of website. And we actually here in cloud industry last 10 years, and we are very much familiar with the services, the major services that are needed for such kind of software firm. And now we are very much familiar with the services like EC2, S3, or AWS, web like that. Almost all the services needed for the hosting or providing or accelerate a application's speed. Those we are very much familiar, and we are excel on all of this. So it's a better idea to
Yes.
launch such kind of website so that we can actually to
Give a
serve
service
our
to the
client.
other people also. At this moment, what happening actually, we are giving only this service to our existing customers. Suppose whoever actually planning to develop their mobile application, e-commerce site or normal website, and their customer, then we are giving the server only to those people, not to the directly. We are not selling any server. So no one actually comes to us only for the server. Okay, Royex, I want to buy a server for our company. We are not selling like that. But whenever the Royex cloud will come up, so people can directly ask our opinion, all this for the server side help. Yeah. So I think that's actually the better, and the future is coming for the online. So I think in future the all the device whatever we have, so that will be a actually connecting device. It is not a computing device. What actually I am feeling. So my computer, I don't need a high configured computer. I need just a one interface so that I can log in on the cloud, and I'm doing all the things actually in the cloud. So no need a high configured computing power on my local lab PC. So that's the thing actually coming up. I'm not sure actually how many people are feeling that, but that is the thing actually is coming up. Everything is going to be online, and all our people are doing the work. Just think about the Microsoft Word and other thing. How many people are doing the Word actually in install version? Now, if we see the modern world, everyone is actually doing it online because that is the easiest way. Is the time saving the time, and you are storing everything online. You can actually download from the other places. It's very much collaboratively working. Yeah, and that's going to be the future. So the interface, and for that, the cloud definitely help us, and our Royex cloud definitely help the other company also to be on that position, right?
Yep. And I can add something that
Yeah.
it's actually really a great opportunity for the users who are really very much interested to come or convert their physical or on-premises server to and come to cloud. That would be a better initiative for them, because it's not only cost effective, it actually collaboration efficiency also increase, and your work efficiency, and you actually, in a nutshell, you can say that you can you can give more time to your developing and other kind of things. You don't take the yeah, don't take the server configuration or server kind of hassle. All the hardware side are maintained or managed by the cloud service provider. And one thing I need to mention here, that actually cloud service provider not only provide you the servers like a Windows or Linux server, they also provide you lots of storage space with a powerful server, and they also provide you lots of services, those you can't actually
not using
initiate.
So yeah,
those
definitely
kind of,
it's not actually that okay, we are only selling the normal computer. It's not like that. We are actually coming with the full packages, and we already know that okay, there is a more than 200 services in the Amazon. So we are going to actually give all those services to the people so that they can actually get the benefit of this cloud computing.
Definitely. It's not about just host your application and run it. It's not about like that. You have to troubleshoot there, and you have to take care of the speed of the website, and that kind of things are much more easily provided by the AWS CloudFront. And here one thing is must come here, the security issue, and that is actually efficiently handled by the AWS WAF, and they have many customized or ready-made managed rules. Those are used to protect the server from common attack like SQL injection, accesses, cross-site scripting, like that. So it's a great initiative who are very much interested to come to cloud.
Mohiuddin, thank you. Thanks for joining actually to give your information to all our viewers. Viewers, if you like our video, please subscribe it. And also there is a bell button, just actually click it so that next time any new video comes up, it will come to you very fast. And we hope we are planning to bring more of our expert on this video chat and share our knowledge with you. And if you have any question or any doubt, any kind of things related to the technology, just comment us or just send us the message. So we'll actually reply on the comment, or otherwise we'll just make some more video actually to help you out. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Thank you, Mohiuddin.
Thank you. Have a nice day.